salvation coming soon. Won't be long before we split the seas again and we all go back home. Stay strong, keep enduring. Yasha Allah Hamashiach, who we follow every minute, second hour, giving praises to the Father. There's a spirit deep inside of you. Every day is guiding you, bringing all things to remembrance.
Give me Proverbs 16:4.
Hey, y'all know.
Proverbs 16:4. What up, man?
You remember me?
What up, man?
Yeah, we remember you.
What's up, man?
Most definitely.
How you doing?
Doing alright, man. I'm bouncing, man. You talking about you talking about the Bible today, man?
Yeah, but only for a few minutes. I almost had to leave, but I wanted to see you guys. But first, I'm now from the summer. So how was your summer?
I mean, it was alright.
It was good?
As best as captivity could be.
Are you captive now, though?
You said what?
Are you captive now?
Am I happy now?
Captivity.
Yeah, I'm in captivity. Am I still in the same land my ancestors was brought over?
No, but you could be if you wanted to be.
Okay, you gonna give me some money so I can get out of here then?
Well, if you try hard enough, you could.
You said what?
I think if you try hard enough, it was possible, but it would be really hard to do.
Well, it should be freely given to me, bro.
I'm not saying it shouldn't be.
If I could easily, if we've been in captivity, I want to go back home. It should be freely given to me, right? Should I have to pay for it?
I don't think you should.
Say what?
I don't think you should, but the Bible actually says that the world only knows that works than you. So, it's not right that you would have to pay to go home, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Alright, so that's not, is that righteous? It's not right. So, it's a judgment coming from God. Right,
Not right there. No, not what.
Get Revelation 13:10. Let me show you. Alright, so how do you feel about your people leading that nation of people in captivity?
Well, honestly, I am adopted into Israel, Romans 11, by Jesus Christ.
You said you're adopted into Israel.
Yeah, by the blood of Jesus Christ, by God.
So you've been adopted.
Yeah.
So who's the adoption for?
The adoption for those who believe in Jesus Christ.
Okay. Let's get Romans 9.
John 17.
Romans
Let's show the adoption for.
chapter 9, verse 4.
Right?
Who are Israelites?
Start at 3.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
So Paul said, I wish that myself were accursed from Christ, right? Can you read?
For my brethren,
For my brethren, right? Can you read?
my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Who is Paul's brother in his kinsman?
Yeah. The fellow said Abraham.
Right, Israelites, right? Right. Can you read?
Who are
I'm
Israelites?
going to ask you a question, right? Can you read?
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
So read that again. Hold on. Run that back. Verse 4. Read that again. Who is the adoption for? Read that again for the adoption.
Who are
Who
Israelites?
are Israelites? Can you read?
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
So Israelites are the only ones that pertain to adoption.
The first one.
The first one.
Also the second
But so
one.
you telling me in 2 chapters that all that changed?
Everything and part of it. You know what? As much Roman as a whole, it's all about bringing the Jews and the Gentiles together in the name of Christ. And there are both Jews and Gentiles in Rome, right?
These are Israelites. This is not understanding. The Gentiles and Romans, they're talking about Israelites. They were Hellenistic Jews. Oh no, let's finish this verse.
And the glory.
In the glory, which is the kingdom.
And the,
right?
and the covenant.
In the covenant, new and the old covenant was given to who?
The old and new covenant was given to Israel, including those that would be adopted into the
But
covenant.
we just showed you the adoption of some Israelites.
By Jesus Christ, God the Son.
We just showed you the adoption came from the Israelites.
Understand that?
Finish it out there. I'm gonna let you just finish it up.
And the giving of the
Who
law.
was given the law? The Israelites, right? So who can sin?
Israelites and
So other nations can sin when they was never given the law?
yes, that's in Romans 1.
Okay. Go to Romans 1. I want to see that. Like you read?
And giving the law and the service of God.
So the Lord says the service of God was given to the Israelites. So if you're not an Israelite, can you have the service of God? Can you have the adoption? Can you have the covenants?
I mean,
So what is Paul saying? Why is Paul saying this? It is only for the Israelites.
and because Israel, the Israelites are the children of God, right?
Yes.
You
Agree with that.
Yeah. God in His infinite, yes, that God has infinite mercy, right?
Yeah.
making this known on you.
For the Israelites.
Yeah, you, like, all you know, all your people didn't deserve the mercy, right?
Right. For the Israelites.
Why don't you? You don't deserve it. I don't deserve it.
Of course you don't.
Why don't you?
I'm going to show you who deserves the mercy. Yeah, Isaiah 14:1.
Oh, you don't deserve it. No,
So what?
Paul has said I'm for before God. Your Roman 6 from the ways you can say it, yeah. You deserve it, yeah. But his mercy.
Of course. But Israel is where his mercy is going to happen. No one else is going to get mercy.
What about Jonah?
All right, let's read it. Isaiah 14.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
No, everyone.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Like you read.
And will choose Israel.
Yet choose Israel, like you read.
And set them in their own
So
land.
this is a future prophecy from Isaiah. He says he's gonna get Israel and set them in their own land, right? You read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the strangers gonna be joined with us. Y'all, you're right. Y'all gonna be joined with us. But listen to how you're gonna be joined with us. Can you read?
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
You're gonna be cleaving to the true biblical Israelites, right? Can you read?
And the people shall take them,
Right?
and shall bring them to their place.
He's gonna take you, bring you to your place, right? Can you read?
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
For what?
For servants and
So the
handmaids.
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of God, the Lord says that we're going to possess all other nations for servants and handmaids, right? For why is this happening? He reads,
And they shall take them captives,
right?
whose captives they
So
were.
you said yourself, we don't get no mercy in this land. That's not righteous that we were taken over here and put in captivity, right? And we have to pay and work ourselves up just to move back to where we want to move. The Lord says that the people that put us in captivity, they're going to go into captivity, right? So that's the judgment we're going to get from the Lord that's going to happen. We don't have to wait on man because the Lord says that's going to happen, right? So what's your explanation for that? Are the other nations going into slavery in the kingdom?
I believe that all nations refer to those who believe in God and those who don't.
Okay, but that's not answering the question.
Yes, it is.
So who is the Lord talking about? And the Lord says they're going to take them captives who captives they were. Because I can show our captivity. But I can show all the things we've been through.
All slaves, like you're a slave, I'm a slave, we're all slaves right now to sin or Christ.
Oh, okay, but we're talking about actual physical slaves, servants and handmaids like we just read.
Alright. The Greek word for slave, doulos.
What's that?
The Greek word for slave, doulos, literally means slave or servant, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean then with Paul claims that he is a servant of God, a servant of Christ?
Right, he serves the Most High.
Yes. Isn't it identical between necessarily? Now both of the things
Okay.
is prayer.
I see what you said, but what does that have to do with the Isaiah 14:1?
Now, and it can be spiritual in one area and be spiritual in another too.
Okay, we get Revelations 13:10. You got to listen to this.
All right, we're gonna do it now.
Because this is a judgment that no nation can get around, right? Because the true children of God are these people on the side right now, right? They're the true biblical Israelites by blood.
Old Testament.
Okay, so you agree with these are the Israelites?
In the Old Testament.
Okay, keep reading.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. It says, "If any man have an ear,
If any man have an ear, right, keep reading.
let him hear."
Let him hear. Right, keep reading.
All right, here you go. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity,
Right.
shall go into captivity."
So did your people lead people into captivity? So the Lord says you have to go into captivity.
Going back in history, the very short amount of time, Englishes, the English translated into America. So, and actually that is not even referring to the captivity of modern day. That's referring to the Babylonians.
Okay, Babylon is today. This is Babylon in Greek.
Oh, so you're at
What? Do you believe? So you don't think America's Babylon in Greek? So where is Babylon? What is Babylon?
I think it's the world.
So the whole world's Babylon the Great. That's not true, but there's one specific place in Babylon the Great. Because you see it's the great whore. All nations have fornicated with her.
All nations.
Right.
All nations.
Have fornicated with her. So just that scripture alone shows you that it's not all nations.
So here it is, that because the law has not been given, has it.
I mean,
We have to make the same something.
of course you've sinned, but as far as the law being given to you and you intend and you're supposed to keep the commandments, it was never given you to keep the commandments.
I can on our conscience, in our conscience, on Wednesday, I think Romans 1 and 2.
Who is Romans written to?
Romans was written to me.
Get Psalms. I mean, get Romans 1 and 7. Let's see who Romans was written to.
Hold on. Please, if you would, read more than Romans 1 and 7.
No, because that's the very beginning. Well, okay, we'll read, but that's the point where he says who is he talking to. Now give me Psalms 148:14.
Romans chapter 1, verse 7.
Right?
To all that be in Rome.
So Paul is writing, just like if I write a letter to it, I said, what's your name? To Brad, right? He said, to all that be in Rome, right, you read?
Beloved of God.
Beloved of God, right, you read?
Called to be saints.
Called to be saints. Now who are the saints?
The saints are the believers.
It's not true. Psalms 148:14.
Do it.
What's something you say?
Psalm 148 and 14.
Come.
It says,
And one of those says, God himself.
Listen to this.
right, this is Psalm chapter 148 and 14.
Right?
He also exiled the horn.
Exalted.
He also exalted the horn of his people.
Right?
It says, he praised of all his saints,
Right?
even of the children of Israel.
So the saints are the children of Israel. Right? So Romans 1 and 7 says, read that again, 1 and 7. So now we know what the saints are. Read.
To all that be in Rome. Beloved of God.
Right?
Called to be saints.
So Paul's writing to the Israelites that are in Rome. So even before you start going into these different, because the word Gentile means usually someone that's not a Jew. But Paul's writing to the Israelites that were called Gentiles because they weren't in Israel, they weren't keeping the Passover, they weren't doing the things that were always lawful. They weren't in Jerusalem, they weren't keeping the holy days, so they were known as Gentiles because they were acting like them.
They're talking about different trees, right? They're deep trees.
It's not a different tree. It's a branch. It's broken off.
No, they're two different trees.
All right, go to the scripture. Let's go.
Right.
Romans 11. It's not two different trees. It's
may I explain how I turn there?
yeah, go ahead, man. Romans 11.
Alright, and if you would, please, I think I've been pretty good at talking to you.
Yeah.
I think I've been fairly polite every time.
Right.
And I would never disrespect you guys.
All right. What verse you talking about?
Well, I don't know the exact words. I know
We're gonna bring it out for you. What is it?
Romans chapter 11, verse 17.
All right.
Let's start at 16.
16.
For if the first fruit be holy,
Right.
the lump is also holy.
Right.
And if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off,
If the branches were broken off. Now, if I got a tree, right, and I grow a tree, and a branch breaks off, is that a part of the original tree?
But the thing is, what I'm
It is.
And if someone breaks and they put it off, and thou is a wild olive tree.
Right, because they make their own tree. Have you ever heard of like you can cut off a branch of a plant and it can grow its own tree?
Right.
You ever heard of that?
yeah, I did that.
Honestly, I haven't.
You never heard of
That's
say I can go and take a branch off that plant right there and make its own plant.
Honestly, it's not talking about that.
That's what it's talking about.
If it's a while, then
Because the context is olive tree, so it's still an olive tree. It's just a wild olive tree because the branch broke
they were
off.
all human still.
No, these are talking about Israelites that have fell away from the Lord, that weren't keeping the Passover, that weren't keeping the holy days, that weren't keeping the commandments, but were known as Gentiles because they went into Gentile ways. They were acting like Gentiles. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. We're going to show you.
The thing is though, if you read the Bible as a childhood, right? You see, no, I have to go. So this is my final argument. I'm sorry, but I have to go as soon as I say this.
Okay.
If you read the Bible as a childhood, right? Pretend you're a little kid and you pick up the Bible for the first time and you're reading it as a story, and then you start to understand
Right.
that God reveals to you knowledge.
Right. So you haven't been revealed in knowledge. You think that branch is talking about everyone. You think everyone's never been a part of this. It's never been about everyone. The whole Bible
Yes, it
is
is.
the Bible about
Was
everyone.
Adam an Israelite?
Okay. No, he wasn't.
The thing is.
That's before
and God
Israelite.
loved-
He was chosen, but he wasn't an Israelite.
He loved.
Okay, but he wasn't an Israelite.
Exactly. He still loved them.
Okay, so he was
And
chosen.
there were many people before the Israelites.
Okay, did the Israelites come from Adam?
If he came out and loving a worthless sinner, and like Abraham, and to help him
Isaiah
to
47.
he can look. And the thing is, I'm on saying, no one knows I'm talking to you about this, but I don't want to argue on this like it, but I care about you knowing who God is love. Yeah, if you deny the love of God to everyone,
Do you keep the laws? Do you keep the laws?
that's on my ability. I strive to.
So you keep the Passover?
That is Old Testament.
That's where did all the laws come from?
We just talked about it.
Where did the Ten Commandments come from?
Alright, when we go to Hebrew, I'm sorry,
Did they come from the Old Testament?
I'm sorry, but you have to go.
Yeah, you gotta run with that one. I would take all two with that one. Because where does the Ten Commandments come from?
Fallacy. I just said I have to.
Okay, but where did the Ten Commandments come from?
So you can't do that.
Where did the Ten Commandments come from?
God.
Okay, so where is the Ten Commandments found?
Exodus.
You said what?
Exodus.
Are they found in the Old Testament?
They found it Old Testament.
Okay, so why wouldn't you keep all the rest of them in the Old Testament?
And the thing is that some of them, Christ actually quotes and qualifies in the New Testament actually still relevant. Not all of them are relevant according to.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Sacrifices aren't relevant. We don't have to sacrifice lamb. But as far as keeping the holy
there wasn't
days,
principle that besides that.
Okay.
Wasn't principle. But I really have to know. But here's one more question.
okay, but the Lord said in
For
Exodus.
your seat and time. Wait, I have to know.
Okay, I'm gonna read. Can I get one scripture before you go?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to read that. I'll read it.
All right, this last verse.
I can walk.
As you're walking away, we get the last verse. Bring it up. Isaiah 40, 17.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17.
40 and 17.
40 and 17?
Come.
All right, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they don't. They heard scripture they ain't never heard before. Hey, at least he know who the Israelite. At least he know that.
All right.
He know that. Because we broke out Deuteronomy 28 with him last time, you couldn't refute it. He ain't gonna ready. We got Isaiah 40 and 17.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. It says, all nations before him are as nothing.
That's what these Edomites, we were just going into it, they can't understand the law. They can't understand these things because it's not written for them. Right?
All right, it says, and they are counted to him least than nothing.
That counts to them less than nothing. These other nations are less than nothing. You're not a part of this. The Lord didn't make a covenant with you. Right? That's what they don't understand, man. Get Psalm 82 and 5. Alright? Psalm 82 and 5. This isn't for everyone. It's like Solomon said, man. It's an enclosed garden, man. VIP club, man. Right? You're not a part of it, man. It's Psalms 82 and 5. 5.
Chapter 82, verse 5.
Right?
They know not, neither will they understand.
So they know not, neither will they understand, right? You read?
They walk on in darkness.
Just like our people, 2/3 of our people, they walk on in darkness. Just like these other nations, they gotta walk on in darkness. They know not, neither do they understand. Right? You read?
All the foundations of the earth are out of
All
course.
the foundations of the earth are out of course. Just like you got the chosen people that's supposed to be above all people, but right now they're in the very bottom. Right? All these things are out of course. You got these other nations thinking they're a part of our covenant. When the covenant is for Israel, man. Right? For Yas and Allah. Right? The nation of power, man. It's not for you, man. Right? You gotta understand that, man. You can't get around, you can't, look, that's why you had to go, man. They start stuttering, they start getting a little hot. You know, they gotta run out of here, man. You know, it ain't, look, like you say, man, they don't understand these things, man. Right? But they continue to walk on the darkness because why? That light hasn't shined upon them. And they don't even understand what the light is, man. Oh, those are Old Testament laws. And I tell them, where did the Ten Commandments come from? He said the Old Testament. Confounded himself, man. Just like we was talking about in the car, man. Right? So get John 3 and 19. So this is what we are telling our people to turn to the light, man. Because this light is for you. You are the light of the world, man.
Come on now.
Right? So if you want this light, it's freely out here tonight, man. We freely giving it out here tonight, man.
Yeah.
We ain't taxing for it. We ain't got no bucket up here. We want no money from you. We freely giving it to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because it's for you by birthright, man.
Yeah.
Right? Bring it up.
We'll bring it up. All right. This is John chapter 3, verse 19. It says, and this is the commandment, that the light come into the world.
Light is coming to the world. We got Yahweh Shah. And we got the law. But really it's talking about Yahweh Shah because he's the embodiment of the law.
Yeah.
You see, when he kept it perfectly. Right? So the light has came into the world. Right, you read?
It says, and man loved darkness.
What did the Lord say?
And man loved darkness.
And man loved darkness, like you see.
Rather than light.
Rather than what?
Rather than light.
And that's the problem with you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You love darkness rather than light. You love turning up rather than keeping the commandment. Yeah. You love doing what you want to do instead of hearing what the Lord told you to do. Right, you read?
Because their deeds were evil.
Because what?
Because their deeds were evil.
Because everything you do is evil and it's wicked as hell out here, man.
Yeah.
You can just tell it's just wicked. Y'all out here breaking the Lord's Sabbath. You don't care about the Lord's Sabbath. It don't even come up on your day, man. Right? So you gotta understand the light is out here for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now you can continue walking dark, continue to walk in Islam like your brother down the street. You can continue to walk in Christianity, but the Lord is coming. Like sleep in the night, man. And some of you gonna be caught out there, man. You're gonna be caught out there butt naked, man.
That's right.
Right? Keep reading. So I can keep reading.
Oh, keep reading? All right,
You
good.
say it on that? Right, bring it up.
All right, good. Number 20, it says, for everyone that doeth evil.
For everyone that doeth evil, just like our people that continue with evil, man. Right? Just like these other nations, all they do is evil. What did the Lord say?
It says, hateth the light.
Do what?
Hateth the light.
For everyone that doeth evil, they continue in sin, they hate this light, man. Right? They hate the wisdom. They hate the laws, statutes, and commandments. They hate the light. Right? Just like when you got you got some roaches, you turn the light on, they just see that they try to cover, man. Yeah. Right? That's the way these people come out when this truth is out, man. That's why you don't see people stomping up here. That's why you don't see people saying what the sign got to say, because the light is out here tonight, man.
That's right.
Through all y'all darkness that you got out here, man. It's a speck of light over on this corner, man.
Yeah.
And it's freely given, man. Read that again from the top,
All right, good. This is John chapter 3, verse 20. It says, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
And that's why a lot of our people, they continue in evil, so they hate this light, man. You know, they've been taught that so they hate keeping the Sabbath, man. Right? They've been taught that they can break the laws, so they hate keeping the laws, man. Right? They hate doing what the Lord told them to do. Right? You read?
Neither cometh to the light.
Neither do they come to the light. Do they even try to make their way towards the light? Just like we was just saying, the roads, when the light turn on, they run. They gotta go away from it, man. They ain't coming towards it. They trying to find some cover, man. Right? And that's what the people out here tonight is doing, man. Trying to find cover. But the Lord is going to shine his light regardless, man. Right, you read?
It says, lest his deeds should be reproved.
Lest what?
Lest his deeds should be reproved.
And that's what we got here trying to reprove you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. To show you the way that you're going is not the right way, and this is the right way. This is the narrow path, man. This is the way which leadeth unto life. And few that be that find it, man. Like Matthew 7, bring it up. Matthew 7 and 12, man. Let's get, few's gonna find this light, man. Contrary to what you was taught in Christianity, contrary to what you was taught in all your different doctrines, right? Few is gonna understand this truth, man. Right? Get that Matthew 7 and 12. Come.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 12.
Bring it up.
Therefore, all things whatsoever you would that man should you do to you, do you even so to them.
Like you read.
For this is the law and the prophets.
13, my bad, 13.
And Matthew chapter 7, verse 13.
Bring it up.
Enter ye in the straight
Oh,
gate.
it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, right? You read?
For wide is the gate,
Wide is the gate, right? You read?
and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right, so look, you got a lot of people doing what everyone else is doing, man. They going in the broad way, man. Right? They're a bunch of followers, man. Right? So the Lord says the broad way which leads to destruction. Your Christianity church is going to lead you so-called blacks, Hispanics, to destruction, man. Yet Islam, you following damn Kevin Gates is going to lead you to destruction, man. Right? Keep reading.
And many there which go in thee.
No, and many of you was going correct.
Go in thee.
There right? thereat. Yes, thereat is a real word. But many there be which go in thereat. Right? Many people are found in this broad gate, man. You see people out here in the broad gate right now, man. In the broad way of life. Right?
But straight is the gate.
But what?
But straight is the gate.
Straight is the gate, like you read.
And narrow is the way.
And narrow is the way, man. Contrary to what you've been doing, you got to keep the commandments of the Lord, right? You got to go in his narrow way that he's put out for you, man. You can't do your own thing when you're trying to serve the Lord, man. Right? You can't just go to church on Sunday and blend in the crowd, man. No, you got to come out here and do the work of the Lord. Right, you read?
Which leadeth to life.
And these are the ways which lead to life, right? And what?
And few there be that find
And what?
it. And few there be that find
How many
it.
Christian churches you got on all these blocks, on everywhere? It's about 20 Christian churches in this city, man. Right? The Lord says, few there be that find it, man. So that's a broad way. Y'all really think, and they really think they in the truth, man. They really think they doing the work of the Lord, man. Right? So the Lord says, few there be that find it. Few is going to find this truth, man. Few is going to actually understand what the Lord is talking about, man. Right? Read that again from the top, man. Few there be that find it.
But straight is the gate.
Right?
And narrow is the way.
Jeremiah 6:16.
Which leadeth into life.
Right?
And few there be that find
And
it.
what?
And few there be that find
Few people's
it.
gonna find this truth, man. Right? You might think you're in your truth in your Sunday church. You might think you're in your truth in Christianity. But the truth is, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true children of God. You're God's chosen people. You got to come back to the law, statutes, commandments, or be destroyed in the land of your captivity.
Bring it out.
Right? That's the raw truth, man. Right? Bring out Proverbs 16. God, get that Jeremiah what you got.
All right.
Jeremiah 6:16.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. It says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask.
Salaki, get Proverbs 29:27. You said, what? Read that again?
All right, done. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16.
Done.
Thus saith the Lord,
Right?
stand ye in the ways and see
Right?
and ask for the old path.
And ask for the old path. This is the good way you gotta find, the old path, man. Right? What were your righteous forefathers doing, man? Right? Were they not keeping the law, or were they doing their own thing? Right? Can you read?
Where is the good way?
Where is the what?
Where is the good way?
Where is the good way? Right? Can you read?
It says, and walk therein.
And do what?
And walk therein.
No, run away from it.
And walk therein.
No, turn around from it.
And walk therein.
And walk therein, man. A lot of people, when they find the good way, man, they gotta, like we said, they gotta run like some roaches, man. When the light come out, man.
Find your way, sister.
How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible? They don't want to hear us out here, man. Like I said, they run from the light, man. They hear, as loud as I am out here, you hear what I'm saying out here, man. But they choose darkness rather than light. Like the scriptures say, the scriptures can't be no further, no perfect than they already are, man. These so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, 2/3 of them is gonna love darkness rather than light, man. All right. So, Kyle, bring out, finish it out. What you got?
It says, and ye shall find rest for your soul.
Now you're gonna find rest in America.
And ye shall find rest for your soul.
Now you're gonna find rest having a picket fence and having a nice house and having good clothes and having a good car. What did the Lord say?
It says, and ye shall find rest for your soul.
Only if you find this narrow path, man, this old path. Seek the old path, or you gonna find rest for your souls, man. Because this land, Babylon the Great, is not your rest. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this land, Babylon the Great, what you know as America, is not your rest, man. Right? And it never will be your rest. Give me Micah 2:10. Right? And show them that. Bring that up.
Proverbs 29, verse 27.
Right.
An unjust man is an abomination to the judge.
And this is what they see, man. Just like an unjust person is an abomination to us, we like, what did you do? Right? Can you read?
And he that is upright in the way,
Right?
it's an abomination to the wicked.
Just like the people that's upright in the way, the people that's doing the things pleasing unto the Lord is an abomination to the wicked. Come in His word, brother. Get out of that Islam, brother. Come in the truth, brother. You don't want to hear it, right? Like you say, you look too good, man.
He don't look too good at all, man. He look like he's sick.
Bring it out again, now.
He's sick.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 27.
Come.
An unjust man is an abomination to the judge.
All right, can you read?
And he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked.
So if you upright in the way, what makes you upright is keeping the law, statutes, commandments. If you upright in the way, you're an abomination to this world because this world is wicked, right? And that's why they run away from hearing this word. But let us be New Spring out here. Let us be one of these big old churches with 1,000 people out here. And they love to get a flyer from us, man. They love to come up to us and hear what we got to say. But because we're speaking thus saith the Lord and not thus saith Pastor Brown, they got a problem with it, man. Right? So come.
Pastor Pork Chop.
Is there it on that?
All right, done.
Micah 2 and 10.
Micah 2 and verse 10.
Right, bring it up.
All right, it says, arise ye and depart.
The Lord said what?
Arise ye and depart.
Arise and depart, man. This is what the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans got to do. You got to wake the hell up and depart from this land, man. Not actually moving, but departing spiritually from this land, man. Right?
Right out. For this is not your rest.
For what?
For this is not your rest.
And the Lord just said, if you find that old path, you'll find rest to your soul. But the Lord's telling you, this is not your rest, man. This land right here is not your rest. You can have your picket fence, you got your mansion, you can be sitting up on the hill, you can have the best cars, and you still gonna get destroyed like the person that ain't got nothing if you don't keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and have the faith in your house and our shop, man.